22nd of May, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Hey, thank you, Lou. Lou mentioned this is Rabbi Stoll first year Shiva Menachem Yerushalayim Kirev Zoom. This is our first year this morning, learning Pirkei Avos, the sixth parak, the fourth price. So we just finished up this document from the Marim of Prague. The last paragraph, we'll start this last paragraph and then we'll go to the new document after this. So we're now going to talk about because it said in the Mishnah, based on the pasuk, Ashrech b'tovlach, and the Gemara mentioned that it was greater. Gia Kapo, the one who makes efforts with his own hands, literally, than a person who's Yerushalayim. So that's why he's now referring to Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim, in contrast, Ashrechel Toivlach was mentioned by the person Gia Kapo, that he makes efforts with his own hands. That's Ashrechel Toivlach. Two benefits he gets, two rewards he gets. But Yerushalayim only kasav rak lashon echad. That's the Maral in Prague, the last paragraph. Yes, who would like to begin and volunteer, do a little reading for us?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know
Last paragraph. Last paragraph on the document.
Right, I don't know the abbreviation, Mem Shin.
Oh, no. Wait, I think you're in the wrong document. We should be document number one starting with the Gumor and Brachas.
Let's see, Aval.
There we are.
Aval, here, I see it. Aval, Yira Hashem Lo Kasiv Rak Lashon Echad Ashrei Ish Yirei Hashem. So, but reverence of Hashem is only written for the expression one for one expression, praiseworthy is the man that reveres Hashem.
Right, but Yerushalayim only it doesn't say Ashrecha v'Toivlach. It said that was two expressions. Ashrecha, number one, the Tovlach, number two. By Yerushalayim it only says Ashrei, only one expression. So it's obviously at a lower level.
Oh, okay, I see. Mipnei she'ein liyira shemayim olam hazeh bishlemus kefei ma shehu, because that awe of heaven is not this perfection.
Right. Because Yerushalayim is not going to be in its full perfection here in this world. You can't have full absolute Yerushalayim in this world. There are too many things that hinder and block our perception and experience of a Kadosh Baruch Hu to have true Yerushalayim in this world.
V'olam haba bishleimus kefi ma shehu. And in the world to come, there is perfection in this.
Lifi mashu, like in Olam Haba, there is perfection, kifi mashu, according to Like let's say like according to the recipient, according to them was receiving the or experiencing the Yiras Shamayim.
So a recipient in this world cannot have perfect Yiras Shamayim, but same recipient in the world to come can.
Could say that again, please, Bill?
A recipient in this world cannot have perfection in his Yiras Shamayim, but the same recipient in the world to come can.
Yeah, they will, right. There will be perfect Yiras Shamayim in the next world, according to the whatever will be according to the recipient. Yeah.
She'ein hadavar hazeh rak v'miskapek be'atzmo v'hu mitzius shelo shilem ra'u roy sheyeh lo mitzius olam hazeh bishlemus ma shehu u mitzius olam haba bishlemus. That this thing is not. This thing is only. This person is only content in himself, and he Mitzius is reality.
Yes, right.
And
שאין הדבר הזה רק למסתפק בעצמו הוא מציאות שלם. That this thing is only the person who's going to be mistapik b'atzmo is going to be content with himself, and this is a perfect reality. Roy, it's fit therefore shielo mitzias olam hazeh b'shleimus. It should be therefore that he has a reality in olam hazeh is perfection. Ma shehu mitzias olam haba b'shleimus, which he's going to have a perfect reality in olam haba, meaning that the person who has achieved contentment with himself and has therefore a perfect reality here in olam hazeh, right? Therefore, then he'll have and experience a perfect reality likewise in olam haba.
so, what was the connection between what you just read and the beginning of the paragraph, where it's saying that you can't have perfect Yiras Shamayim in this world?
That the perfection that a person can achieve in this world is only in respect to his contentment with what he has, meaning if he achieves a level of contentment and satisfaction with his lot in life in olam hazeh, so that will be a reality of shalemus, perfection in this world, and that will be correspondingly a reality of perfection in the next world as well. But if a person's going to be unsatisfied with olam hazeh, right, so that dissatisfaction will transfer to lack of perfection in olam haba. Okay. Any questions about that?
It's lack of perfection in Olam Haba. How does that work out? How does that manifest itself?
lack of perfection, lack
Yeah.
of perfection in Olam Haba will be could be manifest in many different ways. First and most foremost, that he'll feel uh, further from HaKadosh Baruch Hu than he deserves to be. He really deserves to be closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in Olam Haba, but he'll be sensitive to that lack of relationship to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the ability to find contentment and satisfaction in Olam Hazeh, that will be a enabling force that will allow him to have a relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu and Olam Haba.
Mhm. And you can't fix this up once you've crossed over to
No, that's the end of that.
you said yes, day before yesterday, I think.
Right. That's what they say, curtains. You heard the expression curtains, right?
Curtains for you. Yes. Date is closed.
Yeah. Show's over.
Mhm.
As they say, that's all, folks. Okay, fine. Good. Let me put the next document the on the screen. Uh, Now we'll be starting a new document. There we go. We should have received this yesterday. There we go. Okay, let's go. We're gonna review the mission again, and we'll be continuing on. Yeah, Louis, want to continue on with this?
Yeah, let's see.
Sure.
Okay, I think I have this document. Kach hi dracha shel Torah pas the melech tochal umayim b'mishura tishta va'al haaretz tishan v'chaye tsar tichaya
Yeah, yeah.
tichya uvid Torah ata amal ve'im ata osei kach ashrecha v'tov lach ashrecha ba'olam hazeh v'tov lach ba'olam haba. Okay,
So that's good. You go ahead.
um, kach, he. Thus, it is the way of the Torah. Bread with salt you eat, and water in a measure you drink. And concerning, I'm sorry, and upon the earth you sleep. V'chaye tsar tichya. I'm not sure.
Should live a life of deprivation or of difficulty.
a difficult life you live. And in the Torah, you toil. And if you do thus, fortunate and good, for you, it is fortunate and good for you, fortunate in this world, and good for you in the world to come. Lo tifkash gedola le'atzmecha v'al tichmod kavod yoter mal modcha malamedcha
Milumdecha.
mildecha.
Right.
Okay, so but what is tifkash?
Tivakes from like bakasha is don't seek.
Don't seek greatness for yourself, and don't what's tachmod?
Tachmot, don't covet, don't desire.
Don't covet honor more from your learning.
More than you're learning, more than you're meaning, more than you're learning, more than your knowledge.
So you should covet honor that's commensurate with your learning.
Excuse me?
So does that imply that you should covet honor that's commensurate with your learning?
Apparently, yeah, that does seem to be the indication here. I would say so. We have to understand what that means, but that seems to be the implication, correct?
Asa ve'el ba'al sis ova lichanam shel melachim shish o lechanach gadol mi sholechanas v'kasrecha gadol mi kasram v'nomar hu bal malachtecha sheyishalem lecha shachar paolasecha. He should not, I don't know, there's a lot of words here I don't know in this sentence.
Okay, so again, so it says, al tivakesh gadula la'atzmecha, do not seek honor for yourself, al tachmod kavod yoser miludech, and don't covet honor more than your learning. Ba'al tis'aver l'shulchan shel malakim, do not have a desire for these tables, shulchan. Shulchanum, the shulchan is the tables of kings. Don't have a lust for the tables of kings. Why? Shulchana gadol mishulchanam, because your table is greater than their table. V'chisrecha gadol mikisram, and your crown is greater than their crown. V'ne'aman hu bal malachtecha, and he is trustworthy. Your bal malachtecha, your employer, meaning a Kadosh Baruch Hu, your employer, a Kadosh Baruch Hu, is trustworthy. That he is trustworthy, faithful to pay you your reward for your work.
Okay, trying to digest this paragraph. Uh,
Leave up to you to decide what you're worth.
What do you mean, Roy?
If you don't covet more than you, what you've learned, so, sort of, you've got to decide how much. You've got to decide what you should, what you deserve.
Well, I mean, no, it says V'neman ba'malachtecha sheyashav lecha skar pulaska, he's your employer, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is faithful to give you your reward for your work, your efforts.
Mm.
So he's obviously going to be trustworthy to whatever he gives you will be appropriate.
Right, I heard what you said. Don't take more than you deserve. It must have meant Hashem.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Roy.
No, it's all right. Okay, then. I got a little bit off track.
so the beginning of the paragraph is reiterating the kind of life a person should live, the life of deprivation and difficulty.
Mhm.
And I guess it's saying that if you do this, don't be proud. Don't be too proud of yourself. Don't covet honor because of it. Don't desire the wealth and honor like a king, and have faith in the fact that Hashem will reward you appropriately.
Mhm.
Right.
Your summary?
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Great.
Right. You shouldn't try and seek to aggrandize yourself, right? And neither should you have any desire for honor more than what your learning calls for. And don't have any jealousy of the tables of kings, because your king is greater than theirs, and also your crown is greater than theirs. Okay, let's go on to the next pasuk, the next paragraph rather.
Al Sivkash
Tivakesh, al tivakesh. Do
Al
not seek.
Tavakesh. Do not seek Gedola Latzmecha, greatness for yourself, self-aggrandizement. Lihios the Rosh Ule Katzin Lehin Achcha Lehin Ascha Ule Tov Ascha. To be the head. What is lekatzin?
So what does it mean? Al tivakesh gedula la'atzma. Don't seek to aggrandize yourself. Le'yos l'rosh l'katzin l'hanoscha l'tovasecha. That you should become l'rosh, a leader, l'katzin, a commander, for your hanascha, for your benefit, and for your own goodness, for your own pleasure and goodness and benefit.
So you should not do those things. You should not become a leader or a commander for your own benefit and goodness. Aval lichvod Hashem tiv kashena. But the honor of Hashem you should seek. Ukid tanan uvi makom she'ein anashim hish tadel lios ish. So I guess this is a reference. This the chid tanan is a reference to something.
Because it's right, because it says here, meaning the explanation here of al tevakesh gedul atzma, don't seek to aggrandize yourself, like to become a leader and commander for your own benefit and good. Rather l'kavod Hashem tivekshena, but if it's for the sake of honoring Hashem, you shall seek it to become a leader and a commander. Kedetanan, as it's written in the Mishnah above. That's Perik Beis Mishnah Hey. B'makom she'ein anashim lishtadol yos ish.
In a place where there are not people, hishtadel. What's hishtadel?
Right? So if it's going to be for the honor of a Kadosh Baruch Hu, then you should seek to become a leader. But why? Because it says in that Mishnah previously we had in a place where there are no people, you should put forth efforts to be the person. And you should lead them in a proper way. You should set out to become a leader in order that you can lead the people in a proper way.
So in a place where there are people who put forth effort to become people, you should become a leader of them.
Yes, meaning if the situation calls for you to step forward and lead people in a way that's going to be beneficial for them, and will be a covered for Hashem, a Kadosh Baruch Hu will be covered for Hashem, then you should step forth and become a leader. Yes, that is correct.
So you shouldn't do that for your sake, but for Hashem's sake, you should.
Right, and especially if there's no one else available. Right, if there's no one else available, so you'll do the best job. So therefore, since you're going to do the best job, then it's certainly worthwhile, and it's proper that you go ahead and do it.
Al tivakesh gedola la'atzmecha kule. Do not seek self-aggrandizement, etc. She'im hu ochel pas b'melech v'shoteh mayim b'mis ora v'yashan al haaretz that if he eats bread and salt and drinks water in measure and sleeps on the ground, hine ish kazeh peshita upeshita she'eno mevakesh gadol latzmo. Then a person like this, it's obvious. I'm sorry. It's this is simple. Person like this is simple, and it's obvious that he's not seeking self-aggrandizement. Rak mashpil atzmo ad afar. What's mashpil?
He should lower himself.
Only he lowers himself unto the dust. V'chein eino mivakesh kavod klal, and therefore he does not seek honor at all. Eino mis avo she l'shulchanan shel malachim, and he does not seek the tables of kings. Im bochar lecho pas mamelech levad kule. What's bochar?
If bocher is to be from bechira, to choose. If he chooses only to eat bread with salt by itself.
Okay, if he chooses to eat only bread, etc. Uma he tzarich lehizhiro al zeh, and what he desires what is his hero?
That means he should be cautioned. All the things we've been cautioned about before. I mean, he's asking a question. Why does the person have to be cautioned about this?
Why is it necessary to caution him about this? Im hu bichlal hazir hazhira hakodmas. If he in general, what is zira?
They've been cautioned about this before.
Oh, that's the same word. If he's been cautioned about this before,
right?
Why does he have to be cautioned about this if he was already cautioned about it?
Right. It seems that these have been things been included in the points that he's been cautioned about previously. So we'll try and get back to that question. That question we'll try and deal with. So have to try and understand what the extra emphasis is about over here.
Well, it would seem to me from what we've read so far that it's saying that he might be very humble and self-deprecating, but once he achieves this level of eating bread with salt, water with measure, sleeping on the ground, and so on, that he will become haughty. Because of his sense of accomplishment, so he has to be warned again. Don't let it affect you that way.
That could be a very real a real concern. True. Very good. That's good. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Weiter?
Yeah, let's continue on.
Lo chivakesh gedola kule. Do not. What's chivakesh?
To seek.
Do not seek greatness, etc. Veish safrim siparim gar sinan al tivakesh gedola la'atzmecha. For a person, what is siparim?
Yesh Sefarim Girsinin Al Tivakesh Ketul. There are those literally books. There are those editions that have the girsa, have the text, which says Al Tivakesh Ketul Atzmaka, which is what we have. In general, that's what we have.
Okay, do not seek self-aggrandizement.
Right.
There are books whose text says do not seek self-aggrandizement. The yesh ledak lema amar leatzmecha velo amar kach etzel hakavod. And there are the dak is details.
Right. There is to be didactic. There is to be analytical.
As to how we say to ourselves, and we don't say thus concerning honor.
If you look at the in the first paragraph, you see I've underlined these two words. This Al tivakesh gedula la'atzmacha, shall not seek to aggrandize yourself, and it says here Al tachmod kavod, and you shall not covet honor. It doesn't have the word atzmacha over here. That's the question. Why does it say gedula la'atzmacha, and it only says kavod?
Okay, so why does it say la'atzmecha when it's talking about self-aggrandizement, but it doesn't say atzmecha when it's talking about honor?
Right. Go again. Starting yesh ledaktik. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go back to yesh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
V'yesh ledaktak lama amar la'atzmecha velo amar kach etzel hakavod. And there is a basis to be analytical as to why we say la'atzmecha when we're talking about self-aggrandizement, and we don't say it when we're talking about seeking honor.
Right. That's the question.
Aval haperush hu ki hagedola kasher hu nasi
See,
Oh,
right? Nasi.
Nasi. Oh, Shar Hu Devar Atzmi Le Adam Shehu Maria Chashuva Ve'eno Bari'ah Pachvasa Pachvasa
Pachusa.
Pechusa. But the explanation is since the greatness when
He gedula like in grindsmiths, right? To aggrandize yourself, to a person to be aggrandized, kashehu nasi, that when he will be like nasi, a nasi is a president, sar, or an official, right? He's going to aggrandize himself by coming in and becoming an official or an officer of some sort.
this is something for himself, for a man, that he is a bria, he is a creation.
Ria Chashuva, he is a
Important thing.
is like some important being, important entity.
And he's not an entity that is lacking. Uravusa Kamar Af Sheha Gidola He Davar Atzmei Ladam Shehu Bari'ah Chashuva Al Tivakesh Davar Zeh. And or Ravusa, I don't know.
Revusa is an insight, a chiddush.
And the chiddush is as to say, even that aggrandizement is a thing for himself, for a man, that he is a important entity, and he's not requesting this thing.
No, he should not seek this thing. He should not seek this thing.
He should not seek this thing. Aval
Right, so,
hakavod
right, so even though the person might think that it might be of significance that he becomes an important entity, an important person, nevertheless, he shouldn't seek to do that.
But what if it comes to him? The rabbi calls him up and says, I'd like you to be the president of the board.
So according to what we're saying now, that should be okay, as long as he's not seeking that.
Right.
It doesn't say you have to run away from it or scorn it or reject it.
Right. Aval hakavod acherim no hagim bo kavod ve'ein ze davar atzmi al ha'adam kamo hagdola shehu davar atzmi. But other honors that he's accustomed to the honor. And this is not something for himself. A person should not be like a great one in this thing.
That covered Herim Noigim Boy, right? By covered, honor is something which others are applying to him. The honor. Honor is something which other people are giving to him. That's not something personal. It's not like the person's greatness. The person's greatness, that's something which is personal. But kavod is something which other people are doing to the person or for the person. So that's not something personal.
Right.
That's something in the hands of other people. Where gedula, greatness, significance, that's something which a person is related and connected to him himself, not something external. But honor, kavod, which is in the hands of other people, that's something which is external and not personal to him himself. So that's why it says atzmacha. It says, right, al tavachish gedula la'atzmacha, right? Don't seek to have renowned for yourself, because that renown, that's the desire to become something significant. So that's something which is personal to the person himself. Whereas honor is something external, which is dealing with the attitude and the behavior of other people towards him. Okay. Fine. Okay, let's hold it here. Unless we have any particular questions on these last statements. And we'll take a short break.
Thank you,
Lou. Thank you, Lou. Very good.
Okay, Yeshkaya, Lou.
Thank you, Mayor.
Good job.